Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Juan the Yarn Addict, and today I present week 5 of our 2025 Spring Crochet Along. This week features 5 rounds, beginning with round number 46 and ending with round number 50. In this week, we create the flower patch, the final round of flowers before moving on to the border in week number 6. Feel free to refer to the timestamps as needed to obtain the results shown in this tutorial. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this tutorial started. Okay, so to get started, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is absolutely fine. This is how I do it. Once you have your slip knot established, we're going to pick a corner, any corner. I chose this one. And in this corner, we're going to insert a standing double crochet. So we're going to hold on to the tail here. Just like that, we're going to yarn over, go into our corner chain space, draw up that loop. We have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, go through 2. Yarn over, go through 2. That is a standing double crochet. From here, we're going to insert a double crochet in the chain space. Now having 2 stitches in our chain space, we move on by giving the next stitch an upstairs neighbor of a double crochet. So if you tilt the stitch back, you can kind of see right there, that's the head of the stitch. So you're going to yarn over, go into that space right there, draw the loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. From here, we are going to skip the next 2 stitches. We're going to go into the 3rd stitch right here with an iris stitch. Iris stitch being 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. So yarn over, go into the stitch, draw up the loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2. So we're going to do that one more time. Chain 1, go back in with 2 doubles. 1 and 2. So that is an iris stitch once again. So from here, we're going to insert 1 iris stitch in every 5th stitch. So we're going to skip 4 and go into the 5th stitch with an iris stitch. So skip, 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 go into the 5th one here with 2 doubles, chain 1, 2 doubles. Chain 1 and 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. And we're going to repeat this all the way down the side until the next corner. As you continue on, you're going to find that you'll have 3 stitches remaining after your last iris stitch, and that is exactly where I will meet you. But just for good measure, let's do 1 more iris stitch together. So it's going to be skip, 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 skip. We're going to go into that 5th stitch with an iris. 1 and 2 doubles, chain 1, and we're going to go back into the same stitch here with 2 additional double crochets. Okay, so continue on with this, and I shall meet you at the very first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the very first corner of round number 46, and I have my last iris stitch here, and I have 3 stitches remaining. And so I'm going to skip the next 2 stitches, and I'm going to insert a double crochet in the last stitch before the corner chain space. And then in the corner chain space, I'm going to insert 2 double crochets, 1, 2. I'm going to chain 2, and I'm going to swivel my work around. And I'm going to go back in here with 2 additional double crochets. 1 and 2, just like that. From here, I'm going to insert a double crochet in this very first stitch, and since it was the chain from the last round, just gently pull apart and you'll see a circle there. You're going to insert your stitch right into that circle. From here, we are going to skip the next 2 stitches, go into the 3rd stitch with an iris. It's 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. 1 and 2. And so that's what it looks like to go around the corner. So continue on with this, and I will see you at the end of round number 46 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 46. I've inserted my iris stitches in every 5th stitch, as you can see here. Very, very nice. And so at the end here, we have 3 stitches remaining. We're going to skip the next 2 stitches and go into the last stitch with a double crochet, just like that. And in our corner space here, I'm going to insert 2 double crochets. So there's one, and here is the second one. To close off round number 46, we're going to do a half double crochet join to the very first stitch of the round, which is this standing double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over, go into the head of that stitch, make sure to pick up the front loop and the back loop, draw that loop, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops to close. So before we move on to round number 47, I'm going to make a bunny ear here, and we are going to recap 46. So for each side of round number 46, we need a total of 30 iris stitches. 1 iris stitch equals 5 stitches, but we need 30 iris stitches, and then on either end we have 3 double crochets, as you can see right here. So a total of 6 double crochets per side with 30 iris stitches, for a grand total of 156 stitches per side. Okay, so to move on to round number 47, what we need to do is put the hook back onto our work, and we need to chain 3. So 1, 2, and 3. And we're currently on the front of our work. We're going to flip to the back. We're going to turn the page. So I am going to go ahead and pull the work away and turn my project over to the back. Okay, so now I am on the back of the work. The chain 3 will count as a stitch. It will count as a double crochet. And so from here, we're going to insert a double crochet into our corner space right here. So we have 2 stitches for our corner space. And then from here, we're going to insert 1 double crochet in the next 3 stitches. We're going to give these 3 stitches upstairs neighbors of double crochets. So 1, 2, and 3. From here, we're going to chain 2, and we are going to this chain space here of the iris next. So in this chain space, we're going to insert a double crochet 3 together. So we are going to yarn over, go in, drop the loop, yarn over, go through 2 only, and we're going to do that 2 more times. Yarn over, go in, drop that loop, yarn over, go through 2 only. And we're going to do that a 3rd time. So we have 3 stitches there, a total of 4 loops on the hook. Yarn over and go through all 4 loops, chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and then go in between the irises right here with a single crochet. From here, we're going to chain 2, and we're going to jump to the chain space of the iris, and we're going to insert a double crochet 3 together. So yarn over, go in, drop that loop, yarn over, go through 2, and we're going to do that 2 more times. You should have 4 loops on the hook. You're going to yarn over and go through all 4 loops, chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and then jump right in between our iris stitches here with a single crochet. And as you can see, we have flowers. Very, very nice. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the first corner of round number 47, and I have my double crochet 3 together here on top of my last iris stitch. And so from here, I'm going to chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on. I'm going to skip these next 2 stitches, and then I'm going to give these 3 stitches upstairs neighbors. Each of these 3 remaining stitches will receive a double crochet, 1 each. So there's 1, there's 2, and here is the 3rd stitch. So in the corner here, we're going to insert 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, chain 2, we're going to swivel our work, and we're going to go back into this corner space here with 2 double crochets, 1 and 2. From here, we're going to give these next 3 stitches upstairs neighbors. Each one will receive a double crochet, 1, 2, and 3. From here, we are going to chain 2, 1, 2, and then in the chain space of this iris stitch, we will once again insert a double crochet 3 together. So there's 1, there's 2, and there's 3. Let's go ahead and go through all 4 of those loops. Chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and then we're going to insert a single crochet in between the iris stitches, just like we've done previously. So from here, we're going to chain 2, and once again, insert the double crochet 3 together, right here, 1, 2, and 3, just like that. 4 loops on the hook, yarn over, go through all 4 loops, chain 1 to lock, chain 1 to move on, and insert a single crochet in between the iris stitches. So there you have it. So continue on with this, and I shall meet you at the end of round number 47 in just a moment. Okay, so I've arrived to the end of round number 47. I've inserted all of my stitches where they belong. I've given the last 3 stitches of this side here, upstairs neighbors, all double crochets, and then all I have left is this space right here where I'm going to insert 2 double crochets. So there's 1, and here is the second one. And so to close off round number 47, I'm going to do a half double crochet join to the last chain before the first stitch, yarn over, go into that chain, draw the loop, yarn over, and go through all 3, just like that. So that concludes round number 47. Before we move on to round number 48, we're going to recap 47. So I'm going to make a bunny ear here. And so this is what the work looks like on the back. I'm just going to flip over to show you what the front looks like. It's like flowers. Very, very nice. Okay, so just to recap 47, you're going to need a total of 69 stitches. Now, I do not include the chains, so here is the breakdown. We have 5 double crochets on either side for a total of 10 double crochets. You should have a total of 30 double crochet 3 togethers. You should have a total of 30 of those. And then the single crochets in between the double crochet 3 togethers, you should have a total of 29 of those. So 10 double crochets, 30 double crochet 3 togethers, and then 29 single crochets for a total of 69 stitches per side. Okay, so to move on to round number 48, we need to place the hook back on our work, just like that. Tighten up the tension. And so from here, what we need to do is chain 2. And round number 48 will be worked in the front. So we're going to take our work and turn the page. We're going to flip to the front. Okay. Okay, so on the front here, this chain 2 will count as a stitch. For this round here, this will actually count as a single crochet. So from here, we're going to go into this corner space, draw the loop, yarn over, go through both of those loops for a second stitch, a second single crochet. And then in the next 5 stitches, we are going to insert single crochets, 1 for each one of these stitches. Each stitch will receive an upstairs neighbor, just like this. 4 and 5. Okay, so from here, what we are going to do is insert a single crochet in this chain space, just like that. And then we're going to do it one more time. So 2 single crochets in this chain space. And then from here, we're going to place a single crochet above the double crochet 3 together. So in order to find out where to place that, just take your chain space right here and pull up, and you'll see a triangle right here. you're going to place the tip of your crochet hook right into that triangle there, draw the loop, yarn over and go through both. So that is where you place your single crochet on top of the double crochet 3 together. So from here, we're going to go into our chain space with a single. We're going to chain 2, and then we're going to come to the other side of this single here and go into this chain space with a single crochet. So we're creating a new chain space right there. From here, we're going to go on top of the double crochet 3 together, and again, just pull the chain up to reveal that triangle. That is where you're placing your single crochet. And then from here, we're going to go into this chain space on the other side of the double crochet 3 together. So there's a single there, chain 2, come to the other chain space right here, insert a single, and then we're going to repeat that. And this is what it looks like here. Okay, so we're just going to do a few more just to make sure you have it for good measure. So from here, we are going to place a single crochet above this double crochet 3 together. Just pull this up and it reveals this triangle right here. We're going to insert the tip of our crochet hook, draw up that loop, yarn over and go through both for a single crochet. And then we're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet above this single here. So a single, chain 2, and a single. And then above the double crochet 3 together, you see that triangle there, go in and give that stitch an upstairs neighbor of a single. So single crochet, chain 2, come to the other side here and insert a single. And so this is what our work looks like. Super, super nice. So continue on with this, and I shall meet you at the first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I'm on the first corner of round number 48, and I've inserted single crochets all across here, as you can see there. Very, very nice. So in the corner space here, we're going to do 2 single crochets, chain 2, and we're going to swivel our work around and insert 2 single crochets in this corner, just like that. From here, we're going to insert 1 single crochet in the next 5 stitches. Each of these stitches will receive upstairs neighbors in the form of single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And from here in this chain space, we're going to insert 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And then above this double crochet 3 together, we're going to lift this up to reveal this triangle right here. We're going to go into that stitch with a single crochet. And then we have 2 chain spaces with a single crochet. So what we're going to do, as we've done before, go into this chain space with a single, chain 2, go into this chain space with a single. And from here, we're just going to go right above this double crochet 3 together, go right into this triangle, insert a single, just like that. And that's what our work should look like. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 48 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the end of round number 48, and as you can see here, I've inserted singles where appropriate and chain spaces above the single crochets here for the entire round. Okay, so all I have left is this corner space, and in this corner I'm going to insert 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. So to close off the round, what we need to do is a half double crochet join to the chain before the first stitch. So I'm just going to yarn over, go into that 1 chain right there, draw up a loop, yarn over and go through all 3 just like that. And so that concludes round number 48. So before we move on to round number 49, let's recap round number 48. So I'm just going to make a bunny ear here. And so for this round, we have a total of 106 single crochets. And I'm just going to show you up close what this looks like. And above every one of these single crochets from the previous round, we have a chain 2 chain space, as you can see there. And there are 29 of those. So 29 chain spaces and 106 single crochets. So to move on to round number 49, what we need to do is place the hook on our work like that, tighten up the tension, and from here we are going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3. And the chain 3 will count as a stitch, and for round number 49 we will be working in the back of our work. So we're going to take our work and flip to the back just like this. Okay, so we are now on the back of our work, and from here we're going to go into our space right here with a double crochet. There we go. So far we have 2 stitches, and so for this round, it's a very, very easy and simple round. It is a round of double crochets. Every stitch will receive an upstairs neighbor, and every chain space will receive 2 neighbors, 2 double crochets in each of the chain spaces. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. Each one of these stitches will receive a double crochet, just like this. And I'm going to continue on here until I get to my first chain space. So I will be right back in just a second. Okay, and so I'm at the very first chain space above the single crochet here. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, the chain spaces will receive 2 double crochets. And then in between the chain spaces, you will see here we have 3 stitches. So each of those 3 stitches will receive an upstairs neighbor of 1 double crochet. So there's 1, there's 2, and here's 3, just like that. So once again, every stitch will receive an upstairs neighbor of a double crochet, and every chain space will receive 2 double crochets. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the first corner in just a moment. Okay, so I'm approaching the first corner of round number 49. I've inserted double crochets in all the stitches, as you can see here. And so this is our corner space. It's a little difficult to see because of this strand of yarn here, but that's actually part of the stitch from the previous round. So what we're going to do is insert 2 doubles, chain 2, 2 doubles in this corner chain space. So let's go in with 2 doubles. We're going to chain 2 and swivel our work around. And we're going to come back in here with 2 additional double crochets in the corner. 1 and 2. And so from here we're going to continue inserting double crochets in every stitch. And then once we get down to our first chain space, in that chain space it's going to be 2 double crochets. And then in the next 3 stitches, each stitch will receive a double crochet, and then in the chain space once again 2 double crochets. Feel free to rewind and replay the section so that you get all the stitches in the correct place. But this is what our work is looking like. So from here, continue on inserting double crochets in all of the stitches, and I shall see you at the end of round number 49 in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the end of round number 49. I only have my chain space here in the corner left. I've inserted double crochets in all of the stitches for the round. And so I'm going to insert 2 double crochets into this chain space right here, 1 and 2. To close off this round, what we need to do is a half double crochet join to the last chain before the first stitch of the round. So yarn over, go in, draw that loop, yarn over and go through all 3, just like that. From here, what we're going to do is tie off. We're going to chain 2, and I'm going to grab the scissors here, and I'm going to cut a tail and pull the hook away from my work. Pinch and pull down, it creates a knot that will not come out. And so that concludes round number 49. Before moving on to round number 50, which is the last round for the week, we're just going to recap what we have here. So once again, as I mentioned, it's double crochets in every stitch, and for each side you need a total of 168 stitches. So in the chain spaces we have 2 stitches, and then we have 3 stitches, 1 above the stitches in between the chain space. So 168 stitches in total. So for round number 50, which, as I just mentioned, it is the last round, we are going to move to another corner. So I'm just going to pull the work away from the table here and find another corner. Okay, so I have a new corner here, nice and fresh. And so to begin, what we need to do is create a slip knot on our hook. However you do this is perfectly okay. This is how I do it. And once your slip knot is established, we are going to do a standing double crochet in this corner here. So yarn over, go into your corner, draw that loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. From here, we're going to insert 1 more double crochet in our corner. And we are going to insert front post double crochets in every single stitch in between the corner chain spaces. So yarn over, come down and around the post of the stitch, draw up that loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, go through 2, just like that. And as I just mentioned, we're going to do this to every stitch in between the corner chain spaces. And so continue on with that, and I shall see you at the very first corner of the round in just a moment. Okay, so I'm at the first corner of round number 50. I've inserted front post double crochets in every stitch, as you can see here. Very, very nice. And so in our corner chain space, we are going to go ahead and insert 2 double crochets, chain 2, we're going to swivel our work around, and we're going to go back in here with 2 double crochets, just like this, 1 and 2. From here, we're going to continue inserting front post double crochets around each and every stitch in between the corner chain spaces. And in the corners, as we've just done here, it's going to be 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. So continue on with this, and I shall see you at the end of round number 50 in just a moment. Okay, so I've arrived to the end of round number 50. I've inserted front post double crochets in every stitch of the round. And then, of course, in the corners, we have 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. I only have this space left, and I'm going to insert 2 double crochets here. So 1 and 2. So to close off the round, I'm going to insert a half double crochet join to the very first stitch of the round, making sure to go through the front loop and the back loop. Draw that loop, yarn over, and go through all 3. And that concludes round number 50. So from here, we are going to tie off. So I'm going to chain 2, I'm going to grab my scissors, and I'm going to cut a tail here. I'm going to pull the hook away from my work. I'm going to hold the yarn, pinch and pull down, and it creates a knot right there. Very, very nice. So to recap round number 50, we need a total of 172 stitches, including the 2 double crochets in each corner. So once again, 172 stitches. So this concludes week number 5 of the Spring Crochet Along. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumb button. I would really appreciate that. And if you haven't done so already, consider subscribing to the channel. So that is all for week number 5, and until the next one, take care. Bye-bye.